Look.
Listen.
Taylor.
Okay, look, listen, everybody. Hey, how's it going? Taylor?
That is what I said.
Yep. This is a podcast, everybody. Get prepared for yourself. Get prepared for everybody. Welcome to this podcast about Pokemon and other things. Okay. It's episode 134. We're going to discuss Horizons episode 82 and other things. Welcome, everybody. Welcome all.
Wait, is this how radio hosts feel when they're in person in the studio? I guess they're usually not like, what,
No.
6 inches apart from when they record.
3 inches.
How many times are they like, yes, excuse me, jaw rule. Now that you can smell my breath. No radio hosts are doing that.
Ja Rule, get out of here. Guys.
Isn't that a recording artist?
Yes, everybody loves Ja Rule. Okay,
Yeah.
Everybody, calm down. First of all, look, we've got Geese Peep, there's Taylor, there's Michael. We're all here. We're going to record. We're going to get through this.
For context, I'm in the same room as Michael.
Much like Taylor was in the same room as me, Nary, a few months ago.
Nary?
Nary.
But anyway, he said we look like country music recording stars from such films as Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And the film starring Joaquin Phoenix, Johnny Cash, the movie, This Time It's Personal.
Walk Hard. Okay, so there's a specific country music video that I always think of when I see male and female recording a song together and they're doing country songs. And it's this couple that are just walking on little treadmills, clearly. And there's some goofball background and they're just singing.
That was OK Go, Taylor.
No.
OK
That's a bundle of people. Very well coordinated.
Are the country musicians perhaps Johnny Cash and his wife, or George Jones and his wife? Or
George Jones is an MMA fighter. Johnny Cash he was probably tied
Mortal
up
Kombat character.
Yep.
Oh, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Mortal Kombat 6. Anyway, that's probably not them.
All right, that's so sick. Hey, guys, it's time for the next segment of the podcast. It's time for the first segment of the podcast. That's right. Geesing in on peeps. Taylor, take it away.
So I actually had a quick question.
Yes.
What if we called this segment, instead of peeping in on geese, flocking with geese?
Why? That makes less sense. If it was flocking, you would be doing the activities with me.
Which is what we're doing.
In this case, is applicable, but
we're catching up to what you're doing.
But if you were flocking, you'd already be with me.
We'd be slightly behind you.
Peeping in on geese sounds so sick. It rolls off the tongue.
Okay. All right, I'm fine. I'm just always looking for room for improvement. I don't know.
My username.
I don't know about your youth. Okay.
Username. Youth surname.
My youth service pastor.
Ooh, shouts out. Anyway, it's time for peeping in on geese. What's geesing with you?
Tide pools.
Taylor probably knows about tide pools, right?
The ones in San Diego?
I'm sure you're always diving. You see a tide pool.
Not as much. Those are kind of shore bound.
Yeah.
I see. That makes sense.
They're great tide pools in San Diego, though.
Oh, yeah?
Well, that is what I said. We went all the way to Corona del Mar, past Irvine. Well, like almost to Irvine. We went halfway to San Diego to a tide pool spot that is recommended all over.
My coworker, Toby, used to live in Orange County. And I asked him, hey, you got any tide pools for me? And he was like, yeah. And he recommended this place. And I was like, have you ever seen a starfish? And he's like, every time I go, I see a starfish. And I told him, if I don't see a starfish, I'm going to lose it. And I'm going to blame him. And we were so close to not seeing one. But then I heard some little girls be like, Mommy, look, a starfish. So he was saved, but it was close. It was a close call.
Thank goodness. It's weird that Toby lived in California.
Just
because in Paranormal Activity, that's where the ghost Toby, or the demon Toby, lives.
Taylor, here's the thing. This little girl, it's a miracle that Geese Peep heard her say the word starfish, because like I told Geese Peep yesterday, little girl was bow-guarding starfish. It was a big secret. You literally couldn't see starfish because she was hiding it. She was standing in front of it.
She wasn't hiding it. The starfish, you couldn't see it from where any of us were standing because it was like on the bottom of a rock. She wasn't hiding it. She also screamed very loudly, "Mom, a starfish!" So
Did you steal a starfish from a scared girl screaming for her mother? Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
No, it's not that's illegal.
When she said starfish, I became like a goblin and crawled my way Smeagol-like across the rocks.
Did you really?
Yes. Across the rocks.
Where were you? Were you by Laguna?
Corona del Mar. You're not familiar with that area?
So I know those areas by name.
You know where John Wayne Airport is, Santa Ana Airport.
Sure, yeah. It's where the winds are. I have not been to those places, so I don't have an idea of where they are.
There were people snorkeling and diving there.
I always go to Laguna because they're really cool coral formations, and they shoot you through tunnels with the tide. So you brace yourself on the walls of the reef system, and it just launches you like a torpedo.
Diving.
I want to go to Laguna next.
Laguna's great.
We're going to also go tide pooling that day. I'm going to make him go tide pooling is what I'm saying.
Geese Peep, does that conclude your Geesin of the week? What you been peeping?
Yeah, I guess we'll talk about what we did the rest of the time in the other segments.
Time to move on to the next segment. The next part of the next segment.
Taylor, Lookin at the
week. Taylor, what you been watching this week?
Listen. I was going to write down a lot of things. I watched the movie. It doesn't matter because the only thing I'm talking about is Pluto. It's an anime on Netflix. And I watched the first episode of this, and I was thinking, this is really cool, has kind of a Ghost in the Shell vibe, has kind of a, I don't know if anybody saw Mars Express.
I'm sorry, but I thought Pluto was on Disney Plus, because that's Mickey Mouse's dog.
Got him!
Oh,
first try.
Nice.
Wait,
nice
I have a question.
Geese.
Taylor, I have a question. Did you script yourself saying, oh, I watched something, but I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about Pluto? Was that a planned response?
I very rarely think more than 2 words ahead.
Cue it up. That's the opposite of me. I'm in the shower planning every possible conversation tree that I could possibly have with somebody. If they say this, I'll say that. If they say this, I'll say that.
That is the least surprising thing you could have said.
I do that. I doubt that. I do that with imaginary people. Like, I don't do that with anybody that I know, but I have all kinds of arguments. It's normally about me being falsely accused of a crime and trying to talk to a police officer, trying to get them to be reasonable, but the evidence is all there. And I can't do anything. So if I'm implicated in a crime that I had nothing to do with, how am I going to be able to defend myself?
We'll get you the Lincoln lawyer. It's okay. He's your neighbor.
He's probably getting croissants at Cafe Los Angeles. Los Feliz. Anyway.
What's Pluto, Taylor? Please, go.
I don't even know what kind of vibes I was getting from it, other than the 2 things that I was saying. But I kept watching it. It's very slow. It's incredibly slow. And I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden there's a bit of everybody just go watch the first episode right now. It's an hour. Just go do it.
Where is it? I missed that part. Where are they going to watch it?
It's on Netflix. Yeah, everybody.
People can't afford Netflix, Taylor. Continue.
Yeah, they can.
It's $700.
They do financing. So there's a segment where they go to a random chateau and there's a dude playing the piano. And when you get to that point, you're welcome. That's all I'm going to say.
Shouts out.
Holy moly, what a show. I don't even want to say anything else because it's just that good. I've only seen the first episode, and it's like, I wish I wasn't recording so I could be watching that.
Don't spoil it. Do you want to discuss your diet, or are you still upset about it?
It's awful.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
Oh, yeah. For people unaware, Geese has been gone for about 6 months. This is her first episode back, so welcome back, everybody. She doesn't know anything about Taylor.
It's what she does. She goes south for the winter. So there's a diet that Guncan is now a part of with her stupid CrossFit gym. That's a total scam financially.
S-word.
Oh, sorry. It's a total farce financially, and they're obviously just pilfering money from people because there's no numerical way to justify it. However, it does get people actually thinking about what they eat, and it is so satisfying when I'm proven right and somebody says, oh, you might know what you're talking about. Every single time she asks me about whatever she's eating, I say, it's probably like, I'm going to guess 200 calories, probably about 30 grams of protein, just eyeballing it. And she looks it up on her app and she's like, that's exactly correct. And last night, she finally, the funny thing was, She takes off her Apple Watch and she says, I think I need to charge this. I've never owned an Apple Watch. And I said, well, I charged it a day and a half ago, so I think it's at about 60%. And it was at 61%. And she said, I'm done disagreeing with you ever. I just, whatever you say, I just trust what's coming out of you. And
incredible.
It's such a feeling of liberation. Like, I feel like I don't have to hire the Lincoln lawyer every time I want to make a suggestion.
Good old Lincoln lawyer.
It's great. So honestly, what have I been watching this week? I've been watching the shackles come off of my life.
Well, there you go, guys. By the way, shouts out Juan, almost done. Lincoln lawyer. That's your answer. Everything about Lincoln lawyers. The quote of everybody's favorite of the day. Taylor, this week I have been watching with Geese Peep a lot of a little YouTuber by the name of Nomad Push. He's your favorite homeless Japanese man striving for van life. That's right. He's traveling to every prefecture in Japan on a little tiny moped. And he collects stickers.
Adorable.
And he eats beef bowls and udon, and he sleeps in little internet cafes, and everybody loves him.
So you two have been to Japan more extensively than I have recently. I want to know if you have the same thought of this. If it wasn't so socially unacceptable, I think it would be way easier to be homeless in Japan than here from a financial standpoint.
Certainly. There's a lot of options for you.
Well, I think that's a reason why you don't see a lot of like homeless people around is because they can stay in internet cafes and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. There's a lot of capsule hotels. I mean, there's so many options for you. Showers. The list goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
meals are cheap.
What'd you say to me?
Nothing that we can't get in post.
And also in Japan of the week, I ate some delicious curry udon. Is it as good as the curry udon in San Francisco? Maybe not.
I also had the same curry udon
But it was better when you put nanami togarashi or shichimi togarashi.
Michael scarfed down this curry udon so fast.
You mean scarfed?
No, scarfed. And
the alien race from Star Trek?
Yeah, he scarfed it down.
The scarf?
Yeah, he scarfed it. He ate it so fast. And I was struggling. I was like pounding it down as fast as I could. And we finished like in 5 minutes.
Nice.
We leave the door and I'm like huffing and puffing. I was like, that was a workout. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, you scarfed that down. I had to keep up. And he was like, you didn't have to do that. He was so anxious to get out of there because the grocery store was going to close in 40 minutes.
She didn't have to hurry. I could have easily walked over to, because Geese Peep needed some CC lemon from the one grocery store that closes an hour earlier than Marukai Market. We had to go to Nijiya or whatever it's called.
No. Oh, that's out of the way too, isn't it?
No, it's right.
Or is it in the same shopping center?
Okay. We got 2 big old bottles of CC lemon and everybody's happy.
The udon was okay.
It was good. Taylor?
It's actually interesting. So the other day, what was it, 2 days ago? Yeah, 2 days ago, Guncan and I went golfing. So I've never been golfing before. And it was a thing to do as our anniversary. So we went golfing.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. I don't celebrate stuff very well, if I'm being honest. So,
you love celebrating your birthday at a steakhouse in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but I just don't talk about it.
Yeah, you're talking about you celebrating something right now.
A lot of men do that. A lot of men hate like bringing up their birthday or whatever.
Do you want to finish your story about golf?
Yeah, okay. So we're playing golf, and afterwards she's saying, okay, well, what do we want for dinner? And I said, I don't know. We can do this and this and this. So we settle on tacos. So anyway, we wind up at this Thai restaurant, and we sit down and...
Tacos hamburguesas?
Almost tacos hamburguesas. It was just, she said, oh, how about we go to this Thai place? And I said, yes. So we go to, it's actually a very hip, like very fancy restaurant that is literally the next door neighbor of the gigantic house that my billionaire ex owned. So I had to
rewind. I'm sorry. Pause.
The entire time.
I'm sorry. Billionaire X?
I think I told you about her.
I would have remembered that. Is she single now?
It's probably
I have no idea.
The Mexican royalty, right?
Yeah.
I have so many questions, but
we'll
talk about them
later.
off on podcast.
Yeah, we'll talk about them later, Geese. Anyway, So I got to stare at that the entire time. But we were one of, it's very small, very like subdued lighting, you know, the kind of vibe. They give us our food. I, of course, ordered my favorite, pad kaprao. And she gets, I think it's called like cow soy or something. It's very popular in northern Thailand. But as soon as I saw it on the menu and that was what she was looking for, I said, you need to get that right this very second because it is so good. Normally it's served with ramen noodles, but it's this amazing curry ramen hybrid soup with some crunchy noodles and some egg noodles. And oh my God, was it good. Anyway, that's my eating of the week. What were you talking about, Geese?
That's so sick. Yeah, it's now time for Geese's Geese of the Week. Not sure how Taylor got onto a story about whatever he's talking about, but Geese, take it away. What'd you watch and eat?
Well, yesterday when we went tide pooling, we first got some lunch after the train. And
lunch, big air quotes. Basically, it was a Brett C. hit up breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and just
at
stay
one
the
location.
Yeah. Just you stay at the college cafeteria for entire 3 shifts. Go ahead.
There's this place, this local chain called The Sandwich Spot, and they were like, it was so busy, and they were like, it's gonna be like 20 minutes. So we're like, okay, and we order, and it was what, 40 minutes maybe?
40 minutes before I walked. Because everybody who kept walking up, the man had to keep adding time and saying, I'm sorry, guys, it's going to be 35 minutes. At which point I said, or more from the back, because it had been 40 minutes by that point. So double the allotted time. And finally, I just had to walk up there and say, guys, and this is, keep in mind, this is after I'd ordered the sandwiches, gotten so hungry, I had to go up and buy potato chips just to eat those to survive. And there's no restroom in this place. And I've had to pee since I get there. And then I walk over to this place we're going to go to called the Goofball Gardens. It's like Huntington Gardens, but baby version. And I can't use the bathroom there until I enter and buy the tickets. And I can't buy the tickets yet because you have to buy the tickets when you walk in. So I'm just holding my pee for hours at a time.
Anyway, when we got our sandwiches, they were good. I got a sandwich that had turkey, avocado, hummus, and a bunch of veggies.
Turkey.
Yeah. I also had to scarf it down because Michael ate his so fast, and I knew he had to pee, and I got so anxious. So I was eating that sandwich. I was speed running that sandwich. It was really good, though.
I had a chicken pesto. It was all right. It's good.
Geese, let me let you in on a secret.
Yeah, what's up?
You just go at your pace. You're fine. No one's gonna kick you out of the car if you don't finish.
I was just anxious because I knew he had to pee, and it's been 40 minutes.
It was all right. I was fine.
When you have to go to the bathroom, we've talked about this, or Michael and I have talked about this so many times. I don't know why the body you can't just be like, hey, it's going to be all right. Just give me a second. Instead, your body's like, oh no, we're going to die. That's what's going to happen.
You can train your bladder. That being said, if you what's the word I'm looking for? Not sustainably. If you consistently don't go right when you have to pee and wait a while, you're going to strengthen the bladder, and it's not going to send those signals.
Mm-hmm. It'll start sending UTI signals.
Nah.
That was me yesterday.
Yeah.
I was so. Oh no! Let me finish.
You were scarfing too much, Geese. That'll give you a UTI 10 times out of 10. And it's a family podcast.
I wouldn't drink
Geese,
any water.
You're not allowed to talk here. Go on, Michael.
Okay. Don't do that. I was not drinking. I was not drinking any water because I didn't want to pee myself at the tide pools, and I was anxious because, like, I don't know the bathroom availability of this locale, so I didn't have any water. So by the end of the day, I had a headache. I had barely any water in me, and I went to go pee after scarfing down the ramen, and it was not a pleasant experience, and I was like, oof.
Yeah, that's a very you certainly took a gamble being in a nice arid climate all day with no water. That's a choice.
I bought another water at a little shack that sells snacks, and this little boy spilled a little bit of his hot chocolate, and he screamed bloody murder in his little shark outfit. And keep in mind, this boy's not like 4; he's probably like 7, and he's going, boo.
And this is right before his mom gently hands him the hot chocolate, be like, this is very hot. And he just takes it and like a cartoon starts shaking it and spills it.
Oh God.
He was screaming so loud. But
Jesus.
I bought an extra bottle of water just in case, and it was a gosh darn Arrowhead, so I never even drank it. So good to go. That seems like a good point to move on to Poke News of the week, guys. Are we ready for Poke News?
Sure, that sounds like a. With the harmony, Geese, you need to hit it.
Poke News
of the week.
Shouts out Joe Saraby.
My boy!
Our first piece of news this week from Sarah B. The Pokemon Go Beloved Buddies event has been revealed. It runs February 11th at 10 a.m. to February 15th at 2000 hours, which, of course, everyone knows is 8 p.m. local time. It adds Delmise into the game, Taylor. I wonder if he's shiny. I don't know.
Nice.
Delmise has such a sick shiny. He's red and sick. Also, exciting news. I've already done a battle on this. Cerebi update. The Pokemon TCG Pocket Cresselia EX drop event is now live. Adds 5 new promo cards, Taylor, into the game. So do the single player battles and get your promos.
Can I interrupt this Poke News of the week to air a grievance?
Well, I have great news for you. Poke News of the week is already concluded. So now into Taylor's grievance of the week.
I like complaining about my RNG quite a bit because sometimes it's pretty comical. I saved up 600 hourglasses.
That's how much Geese
open
has.
Packs. 600.
That's
guess
two
how many
booster
guess
boxes.
how many non-diamond cards I got? As in star or better.
1.
4. Guess how many types of rare cards there were?
1.
2. I got 2 doubles of rare cards. Everything else is a diamond. It's 600 hourglasses. 600. Everybody is just saying, "Ooh, look what I got. Look what I got. Look what I got." And I'm like, "It's okay, Taylor. It's fine."
So we were opening packs on the train back to LA.
Listen, Geese, I'm going to stop you right now. If you say anything positive about your luck, I'm not going to be able to continue.
No, not mine. And Michael was like, "Oh, I should do a wonder pick." And the way he does it is he always picks the card that he wants, like the same position it was in before.
That worked 5 times in a row.
No. I've got the third eye. I'm like playing by vibes and what's like, hey, well, just vibes.
Yeah,
I can just
vibing, scorfing.
Vibing and scorfing with my friends. Anyway, I had to physically restrain him because he was about to click the same spot. And I was like, "No, it's right here." And I physically restrained him and clicked it. And I was right. And he got his Bidoof card.
Yeah, Baidu full art. It was very beautiful.
That's very nice for you. I'm so happy you two shared that moment of good fortune.
You wouldn't believe all the full arts I've been pulling, Taylor. I'm talking Mars. I mean, people be paying money for that. I mean,
yeah, that's great. That's very lovely. That's awesome.
Michael keeps telling me that I should spend my hourglasses, but what if I need them?
Yeah. What if there's a shop that only takes hourglasses? What if there was a weird shop where, like, the only way that you could open giant booster packs was to use your hourglass? That's weird. Yeah, save them, Geese.
Save them. Yeah, save them. You'll never use. I hope they expire so bad.
Save your mega elixirs, Geese.
Imagine if they expire after 1 year and she loses all of them.
Oh, that would be so funny. And they're not based in Texas, so they don't count.
Exact. They're not based in Texas.
Yeah, in Texas, you can't have gift cards expire. That might be in the U.S., though.
You can't have gift cards expire here. That's for sure. In California, you could really screw them over because anything under $10, you can get exchanged as cash. Ooh. So I was thinking about, because like there's gift card promotions where if you buy a gift card of a certain amount, you get a free menu item. So I was thinking, well, why don't you just use it until it gets to $9.99 and then refund it for cash? Good plan.
Exactly. Yeah. Free food.
Taco Bell. Papa John's.
Joke's on you, system.
Long John Silver's. All right, are we ready to discuss an episode of Pokemon?
I am, and I'm so excited to talk about this one.
Guys, I watched this episode. This has got to be the finale of the season, right? How can it not be? Rayquaza Rising?
There was no inane stinger at the end, so I don't know.
Seems like a finale to me. Seems like a pretty big deal.
It was a good episode.
I liked it. I thought there was a lot to enjoy. We begin Scarlet and Violet episode 82, Horizon's Big Adventure, Look for Laqua. It's time for Rayquaza Rising. And
now say that in Japanese,
last
please.
time on...
Well, nobody wrote anything, so... Cool.
Previously,
Or the
on
name
Pokemon.
of the episode, even.
Previously.
Let's go ahead and hear what happened last time on Pokemon. Taylor, take it away, please.
Oh, good idea. I'll get right on that. Previously on Pokemon, the gang confronts Gouging Fire and passes its test of strength.
Wow. That's so sick. Geese Pete, can you please tell us this week's episode in English?
At the end of the shiny rainbow.
So close.
Oh, wait. Oh, dang it. I couldn't read my handwriting.
At the end of the shining rainbow.
Or in Japanese, Hikari dashita niji no sakide. Geese Peep, can you please give us a one-sentence synopsis for what happens this week on Pokemon, please?
In English.
Roy's destiny fulfilled.
Ooh. Taylor is laughing at that.
I thought you were just going to go, Roy's our boy.
I thought she was going to say Roy's funeral. Just like Taylor's always going on about. Guys, Shiny Rayquaza is here.
I'm sorry. I need to say something before we start, but
You've got the floor, Geese.
yeah, thanks. Michael's handwritten notes look like a crazy person has scribbled nonsense.
It's normal. They look good.
And if anyone ever finds that notebook, they're going to think, wow, that man is insane.
No, it looks
You
normal.
should write it in the wall, like all over every wall.
That's literally what that's what it looks like.
No. Although in college, I did write all the names of every country on pieces of paper and taped it to the walls so I could memorize the Animaniac song. You know, United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominican, Cuba.
Did that
Haiti,
help you with
Jamaica,
the classes
Peru.
you were taking?
Shiny Rayquaza is here, and so are all of the 6 heroes of Laqua, Taylor, and Terapagos, Pagogo. What's his little nickname? Pagogo?
Pagogo.
Go.
Is it really Pagogo?
Pagogo-chan.
Yeah.
Is Pagogo-chan?
Uh-huh.
He says hello. We get some very dramatic music here.
I had a real quick question because this entire time, all right, so there are 6 heroes of light, Pagogo-chan and Rayquaza, or
No. I thought Rayquaza was one of the 6 heroes of Laqua.
That's what I thought too. And Pagogo-chan is not?
No, he's just Terapagos.
Okay.
Right? Because Terapagos was, as we learned her name for the first time ever, Taylor, Ristal's Pokemon, and the 6 heroes of light were all Lucius's pokes.
Spoiler for later this episode, I was cracking up so much where they're like, they're all there. Lucius, Ristal, and I was like, yep, everybody's favorite fleshed out character that we know about, Ristal.
Yeah, we love her. Guys, I got terrible news for you.
You
If
got
you'll recall-
terrible news.
Got him. If you'll recall from last week, Shiny Rayquaza has appeared in front of us out of nowhere, and he's ready to fight everything he sees. Here's the problem, guys. The kids just got through a giant battle.
They already used their orbs.
They can't terrestrialize again, Taylor.
And me, Taylor, I'm screaming to myself saying, there's no way that you're going to be this many episodes into Crater Zero,
Area Zero, the Great Crater.
Area, the Crater-chan. You can't be so few episodes into Crater-chan, and you've literally in this wild, unknown area, discovered by people, and you have 5 minutes of exploration, and literally every other minute is a battle. You
Yep.
can't do that to me.
Luckily, Fritos is going to help the kids. Could have been doing that earlier, I guess.
And Briar's gonna stay back with the turtle.
Yep, she'll probably conference call herself in later.
Also, she doesn't record it. She records the previous battle, but she doesn't think, maybe I should record this significant event that's happening.
The previous battle, of course, being versus Gouging Fire.
It is a classic Dot moment where I'm sitting there and I'm like, good Lord, there's so many people trying to catalog this. And I know later on when she's recanting this story to her friends, she's going to say, ooh, look at this blurry picture of Entei by the satellite dish.
I bet she didn't record it so that Leiko's dad can continue having a job doing watercolors of children's book about
He can do that no matter what. Wait, is Ristal Leiko's mom? No.
Here's her great-great-great-great-grandma or something.
Ristal is... Wait, no.
Yep.
Who's Briar?
Briar is girl. Briar is woman. And Briar, for some reason, in this scene acts like she's about to command Terapagos in battle. Spoilers, that never happens. I don't know why they were setting that up.
It's weird because of her earrings.
Yeah. Okay. Fritos. Fritos is here. He's going to help. Go Charizard. Go Captain Pikachu. Theme song. All right. Again, this is a very early theme song, just like last week. We get it just right off the bat. And we're back in the theme song. Okay, Taylor, here's the great plan to battle the shiny legendary Pokemon.
Man, we got this.
We're going to have Charizard run aggro, like your favorite MMOs. Okay?
Yep.
That way, you're going to draw shiny Rayquaza's attention, right?
Exactly.
And I got to hand it to the animation team. It looks real sick. Did you see Frito's, like, it looked like he was flying it down Rayquaza's mouth, but then he was just going deeper into Area Zero? Very sick.
Yeah, very sick. And also, we're going to do a little pre-battle prep. You remember how much last episode, because we knew how serious the fight against Gouging Fire was, of course, we really harped on super effective attacks, resisted attacks, stuff like that. So what we're going to do against Rayquaza is we're going to use some air cutters and some flamethrowers.
Yeah, he's shiny.
And just ignore all that super effective stuff.
Crocolore, use flamethrower. Hatterum, I haven't seen you in years, Hatterum. Oh my God. Hop out and use some confusion.
Sick.
Floragato, acrobatics all over those floating psychic rocks.
I have a question.
Yes, Geese?
When Liko says Floragato, acrobatics, how does Floragato know what to do? That's a very vague...
It is a move name. It's a flying type move where she kicks somebody in the face.
I know, but she's always like jumping or wrapping her vine around something, but like Liko doesn't say what to do.
No, acrobatics is the move. It's not like she's like, Floragato, shenanigans. Like, it's a move.
I know, but like, how does Floragato know what to do?
She's a smart girl. She's a smart cat.
She washes her hand one paw at a time, like us.
Yeah, just like the rest of us. Here, quick, hurry and kick Rayquaza in the face. Oh, God, it evaded. All right. Quaxwell, Tinkatuff, why don't you guys jump off the cliff to your demise and possibly hit Rayquaza? Use Liquidation and Slam. Slam actually was pretty powerful, I think. You hit that Rayquaza right in the face with a hammer.
It was real sick. I was so excited when I saw Tinkatuff because I was thinking, heck yes, let's go for some fairy moves.
The normal type move Slam. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
yep.
Almost. Yep. The fighting continues, and it is sick. Charizard use Air Slash Barrage. Ooh, look, he's getting hit. Ooh.
And I'm like, where's Wattrel, guys? Where's Kilowattrel, in fact?
He'll probably arrive some point.
And right as I said that, he showed up.
Well,
and
not yet.
Oh.
That's later, and his appearance is one of the funniest parts of the episode.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, for now, what's happening is what Geese Pete mentioned earlier, which is Floragato using the very sick acrobatics, using her Vine Whip, and what was it, like a tree branch she lashed onto, and it was all sick.
Yeah, sure, some kind of diseased tree branch.
No, Taylor, it was the coolest scene in the show.
It's got Area Zero-itis.
More flamethrower. Rayquaza's doing some Godzilla screams, and Briar is doing a little bit of commentary on this multi-angle bowl strategy.
Just literally explaining what's happening visually in front of her.
You know what would have been real funny is if Briar is shouting out this to, like, no one's recording. The kids clearly know what they're doing, so she's just talking to herself, saying, oh, they're using the bowl-shaped thing. I would love it if that happened one time in a show, and the target of the attack was just like, wait, that's what they're doing? And then they were like, oh, okay, I can deal with that.
Yeah, she revealed their secrets. Oh my God, Rayquaza's attacking everyone. And the music here, I would say, Taylor, a little bit interesting. Were you getting kind of a Kingdom Hearts-ish vibe from the soundtrack right there?
In that one part, I was. In the rest of the episode, I was not feeling the music.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Well, it was just recycled, and I felt like it was such a climactic episode. And I was like, so this is the same thing the same music you used when you fought Rhyme's subordinate for the first time.
Oh my God, Rayquaza's flying up too high, everybody. And Dot now says, okay, forget the super effective strat. Let's use the Bioshock strat again. Soak him in water. Pikachu, Cap, you're going to have to hit him with, an electric attack. Maybe a Thunder Punch. Maybe a Volt Tackle. I don't know.
Yeah. Briar, why don't you go and yell that out for the crater to hear?
Yeah, right. Yell that out. Also, other Pokemon, we're going to need to destroy this little dam, this little series of rocks, so that way the water will hit Rayquaza.
Let's just irreversibly damage this landscape we just got into and discovered.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, we now get to a scene. I'm screaming at the computer. As Geese Pete mentioned, let's get Kilowattrel out here.
My boy.
Let's walk.
Yep.
Let's walk through this.
Yep.
Roy says, Kilowattrel, great. Kilowattrel, I'm gonna need you to fly over to where Rayquaza is. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Yep.
so far.
Yep.
Good so far.
Yep.
Crocalor, jump on Kilowattrel's back. So already put a lot of weight on him. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Now then, because you two Pokemon aren't smart enough to attack Rayquaza on your own, I'm gonna hold on to your feet, Kilowattrel, as you fly tens of thousands of feet in the air.
So let's soak Rayquaza so it's vulnerable to electricity. Crocalor use flamethrower, Kilowattrel just carry me. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what's the point of Kilowattrel at all? Why the soaking? What's going on? You're not using the charm voice?
Disarming
voice? You're not using Thundershock? You're not using anything. This is a weird strategy.
Well, they need to get Crocalor over there somehow so they could do the double flamethrower with Charizard. Ooh. Oh my god, but Taylor, the Rayquaza, he's breaking through the double flamethrowers with all his dragon attacks again and again and again.
Wild that a double flamethrower wouldn't be effective.
Yeah. And they're pushing Rayquaza closer and closer to the waterfall. Now's the time. Florigato, Quaxwell, use your attacks. Break those rocks. Yes! Yes! He's covered in water from the waterfall. Now, Captain Pikachu, here's your chance. Volt Tackle!
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Taylor. He's so sick. He's running on the walls. Look at him. He hits Rayquaza, and Shiny Rayquaza is completely electrified. He's doing so much damage, and Frito swoops in and catches Captain Pikachu as he falls. Ooh, oh my god. We did it. Wow.
So sick. Yeah.
Taylor?
Yes.
You need to wait a second, because out of nowhere, Rayquaza uses Dragon Tail and knocks out Charizard.
It was a very, very vicious looking attack.
Charizard's completely knocked out. Keep in mind, Captain Pikachu was on Charizard, so he flies to his death.
What I also want to know is why Fritos has not terastallized anything yet.
Have we seen him terrestrial? Wait, yeah, he has, because he's done Charizard before.
Charizard has
6.
Charizard has Dark Terror type, so that would be kind of handy, actually.
I mean, better than Fire.
Quick, Kilowattrel, save Captain Pikachu. Oh my god, Taylor Rayquaza, he's not letting up. He's hitting Quaxwell and Tinkatuff. They're trying to save Dot. Oh my god, there's giant beams going everywhere. Taylor, we're in big trouble. He's knocking out everyone. I don't think we can survive another Draco Meteor. Oh my god, it's another Draco Meteor.
Especially when he can control it.
Dodge, everybody! Hatchram, use Brutal Swing! Confusion, stop those meteors! Magical Leaf, Spark! Kilowattrel. Keep in mind, at this point, Crocalor is still on Kilowattrel, but then he jumps off of Kilowattrel onto Shiny Rayquaza to do what? Taylor, what was he doing up there?
Disarming Voice!
Of course, Taylor. A fairy type move, Geese Peep, which dragons are weak to. Rayquaza's
Smart.
Dragon.
I thought he was going to do Stomping Tantrum.
Me too.
That would have been sick. Just pieces of Rayquaza flying out.
Well, that was like, why else would you land on there?
Stomping Tantrum
wouldn't be very effective.
Well, here's the problem. Game lore, I don't know, but anime lore, Stomping Tantrum is only the rocks that come off of the ground when he does it. So there's no rocks on Rayquaza, so I don't think Stomping Tantrum would do anything. But Rayquaza's weak to fairy-type move, so he uses the fairy-type move Disarming Voice right in Rayquaza's ear.
Is Stomping Tantrum a rock type or a ground type?
I believe it's ground type.
Yeah, it's
although
ground.
they are little rocks. But then Rayquaza throws Crocalor off of him. Oh my god, and uses another Draco Meteor. Hatchram, use Brutal. Oh my god, she's been hit! Taylor, everybody's getting hit!
Just a one by one, just getting taken out.
Every single Pokemon knocked out except for maybe Crocalor. Pagogo-chan's about to get knocked out, but thankfully Captain Pikachu Iron Tails one of the little Draco Meteors to protect him. Fritos now says to his boy, guys, there's no other option. We have to use the namesake of our organization, Rising Volt Salami, tackle that dragon. And I'll be honest, I was a little impressed by the power of that move because Rayquaza is just launched into the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor, it looks like, I guess, we win, right? Like, there's nothing that could happen after this. You launch in the sky, right?
Yeah.
I don't think Rayquaza would be able to use a very strong move that you need to Mega Evolve, right?
Yeah, I think we got him, Sarge.
Oh, God, I got to the next page of my notes, Taylor. He uses Dragon Ascent.
Oh,
that's a strong move.
Oh, no.
Rayquaza Dragon Ascents a baby Pikachu, and Pikachu's knocked out.
This scene where Frito goes to pick up Captain Pikachu and he puts on his hat like a fallen soldier.
It's the equivalent of putting him back in his Pokeball.
It's so funny.
Poor Cap. He is unable to battle. Only Crocalor stands remaining. Flamethrower Crocalor. Oh my God. It even reach Rayquaza.
I was confused. Spoilers. I was confused. Like, why would they have Crocalor be the last one standing? And then I remembered that this was Roy's dream of catching Rayquaza.
Yep, Roy. Our boy.
I wanted him to evolve so much.
Oh, God. Could you imagine?
During the run. You know the run.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, guys. So after Crocalor attempts to use Flamethrower, it doesn't even reach Rayquaza. Rayquaza responds in kind with just a flurry of beams. And everybody's yelling, dodge it, Taylor. At this point, please, Crocalor, just don't get knocked out, please.
Just everybody do your best.
Okay, Liko, she's at her wit's end, so of course it's inner monologue time.
Why didn't they use the legendary Pokemon?
They're not able to control them. They're not their trainers. They can't tell them what to do, as we learn later.
Oh.
But luckily, we do have one more ace up our sleeve, Taylor. One more ace in the hole, one more card up the sleeve. A little baby Pokemon-chan steps up to the battle to save everybody. Who is it, Taylor?
Go get him, Pagogo-chan.
Oh my God. We get such a sick shot of Liko standing with all the 6 heroes of Laqua. And Terapagos is ready to fight. Moon Prism power makeup. He transforms into his terrestrial form.
The funniest part of this episode, outside of everybody exclusively using goofball not effective attacks, was Terapagos getting 3 anime cuts.
So sick.
I like how Liko had to look at her phone to remember the moves.
Well, she's not to remember. I mean,
who? I want to know who won them, or who knew them to begin with.
Probably
because
Blair.
it's a mythical Pokemon.
Yeah,
Nobody knows about it. And Liko was like, "Oh no, Rotom Dex has got me. I guess."
She had to check her notes app.
Yeah, let me check this Bigfoot fan theory webpage for what attacks it can use.
Time out, everybody. Time out. First, we get a commercial break. We're back to the commercial break. But Taylor, technically, I don't think Terapagos is mythical. I believe he'd be classified as legendary because you don't get him from a distribution. You get him from the DLC.
Okay, but this isn't game logic.
Oh, I don't know if they use the term mythical. I'm not sure.
Well, it's not. There's not even like the legend of Pagogo-chan. It's just a.
No, he's definitely legendary because if you'll remember from a few episodes ago, they talked about how there are multiple Terapagos in the world. Anyway, doesn't matter too much. Terapagos is transformed. He's got the power of every type on his side. He can do whatever he wants. And like you said, Liko's now checking her Pokedex for Terapagos' moves, and she says, "Ooh, Ancient Powerade. That's a good move."
Ancient Powerade. Sounds tasty.
Just distilled to only preservatives.
Ancient Power, Terapagos. Oh my God, it's super effective. How about that?
Hot dog.
Yeah, give me a clean hot dog.
Hot dog.
Crocalor, use disarming voice. Terapagos, protect us from the Draco Meteor. Flamethrower, Ancient Power. Oh my God, the protagonists are hit, Taylor. But Dot says, keep at it, guys, because Rayquaza's taking damage, and we can do this, guys. And it's all come to this, Taylor. The music starts to swell. Rayquaza goes for another Dragon Ascent. Liko tells this little turtle, Terra Starstorm!
Oh, that's so sick.
Just like PK Starstorm, all the Starstorms are coming, all the terrestrial hits. Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Rayquaza goes flying into a wall and he's stuck in the rocks, Taylor. Oh my God. And then Terapagos. Guess what he does next, Taylor? Just guess.
Well, physically I can't guess because I know. But if I didn't guess, I would guess that he would probably just, I don't know, any possibility, probably create an orb of pure terrestrial energy and give it to Crocolore, just off the top of my head. That's what I would guess.
Sick.
Friends give friends orbs.
And they don't lie.
They may not have been able to go to a Pokemon Center to refill their Terra Orbs, but Terapagos is so sick, he can create his own terrestrial energy because all of his terrestrialization comes from Terapagos, so he creates his own Terra Orb and throws it, just like Taylor said, at Crocolore. Oh my God.
Yes.
Briar has never seen this phenomenon, Taylor. And now that Rayquaza's stuck in the cliffside, and the sun is starting to set, and it's getting darker, and Crocolore's terrestrialized,
Crocolore's running at Rayquaza.
Flame
Roy's
charge!
right on the cusp of his goal. Covered in terrestrial energy from Pugogo-chan. And I'm thinking, mid-run, he's going to jump in the air at Rayquaza, and he's going to evolve.
Yeah, you wanted that to happen.
Boy.
Maybe next year. Oh my God, Crocolore hits Rayquaza right in the forehead. And then, Geese Peep, Roy does the sickest thing imaginable. What does he do?
Roy throws his ancient Dragon Ball he got from the beach.
Oh, no take two. No take two. What's he do with the Dragon Ball, Geese?
He goes Super Saiyan mode. He throws his ancient Pokemon ball he got from the beach. Oh, wait, no, from his grandpa. Wait, where'd he get the ball?
Yeah, he found it on the beach. That's fine.
Was it from the beach or grandpa?
Grandfather Chan.
Was it the beach or grandpa?
It's hysterical you're
Grandpa!
actually giving the plot of Dragon Ball. Because Goku got the Dragon
I've
Ball
never
from
seen
his grandpa.
Dragon Ball. Anyway, he throws his ancient Pokemon ball at Rayquaza.
Good old Pokemon Ball.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he throws the ancient Pokeball, guys. That was pretty sick.
He got it from grandpa, right? Or the beach?
I think he found it on beach.
Okay.
Did he really
Everyone's
find
grandpa.
it?
Yeah, he found it on beach. Remember episode 1, episode 2?
No way.
Yeah, it's true. Guys, Roy catches shiny Rayquaza. So
It is so that the ball doesn't even wiggle.
no, it doesn't, which big spoilers coming up, but technically, big air quotes again on he caught him. He didn't, I mean, Rayquaza decided to go in the ball, but
Yeah.
that's Lucius's Pokeball and Lucius's Pokemon. Which Fritos, unfortunately, has to break the news to my boy Roy when he thinks he achieved all his dreams.
But Roy's like, it's okay. I'm become powerful enough that you will be my partner.
Which is great for the audience, because if we just found out that they went after all these heroes of light and they just can't do anything with them, I would just give the whole series, I would take off 6 points.
You know what I was thinking, Taylor? When Roy first caught shiny Rayquaza, I thought, I wonder if anime canon follows Pokemon Go logic where shinies have 100% catch rate. If it's a legendary.
Oh, that's a good question.
Rayquaza pops back out of his ball. I'll be honest, I'm concerned. But
Me too.
He doesn't attack. Instead, he just gives Terapagos some more terrestrial charge. So
And they stopped animating the weird energy around him, right?
No.
Like he looks very normal, correct?
Yeah.
Then that means that energy must have been Terapagos' little energy then. How about that?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Guys, you know what time it is. We just got another of the 6 heroes of Laqua. Time for a flashback orb. Look, it's like what you guys said. It's all of us. There's Lucius and
Where's Aristal, the cornerstone of the group?
she's coming, and Gibeon and Shiny Zygarde 50% form.
Very sick.
Wow. And they're all in Laqua, Taylor.
Everybody's favorite Meadow.
Yeah, I love it. Now we get the biggest Liko internal monologue of our lives. And she talks a lot, but I think the theme of it is that Rayquaza trusts everyone now, and clearly he wants to go to Laqua with us, and he's going to lead the way, and everybody's going to be sick. But Fritos interrupts her monologue to say,
Thank goodness.
Guys, it's time to go to Laqua. Let's leave right now. Get in the car. I'm driving.
Why? Okay,
I don't know, Geese.
Thank you. Terapagos jumps on Rayquaza and they start flying. They're like, oh, we gotta follow them. Why don't they all jump on Rayquaza? There's lots of room on that guy.
They're gonna
ship.
They're gonna fall in.
I know, but he could have given them a ride to the ship.
Yeah, but Rayquaza doesn't have a galley.
He's a long, slender back.
You know, at the beginning of the fight, when it was the everybody's here moment, everybody's using multiple Pokemon, everybody's flying on Kilowattrel. I wanted Murdoch to throw Alcremie out so badly.
Would have been sick. Okay, we're jumping a little bit ahead. We should make it clear. This is the scene we were talking about earlier where Roy tries to make Rayquaza go back in his Pokeball and it doesn't work, so Fritos has to break the news. But I'll say this, Roy takes it in complete stride. He says, that's okay, guys. I'm just going to work harder and harder until I become Rayquaza's real partner. So I guess he just can't wait for Lucius to die, I guess.
He is just I hope Lucius is dead, because that would be terrifying if they were running around with medieval armor and Lucius is just like, nah, I'm good, guys.
I mean, I guess Lucius and Roy could just trade Pokemon. Like, he could give him shiny Rayquaza for, like, I don't know, a Kakuna.
It's like the Chansey Poketoon where the dad park ranger retires.
Yeah, and then he gives Chansey to
son.
Yep. I thought it was adorable when little Pagogo-chan was riding on little Rayquaza's forehead.
Me too, because everybody was happy. Rayquaza doesn't have any kind of a glimmer to it anymore, indicating that I guess it's friends now.
Yep. The rest is get back in the ball. And, Rayquaza's flying off to Laqua.
Sure.
And Briar, much like Perrin before her, is going to part ways with the Rising Bolt tacklers. Have fun, kids. I'm going to write a book about Terapagos now.
I just can't imagine being a researcher, witnessing all of that and saying, this is the time we'll part ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about to get good.
Things were really interesting when we were camping, but now that I've seen multiple Paradox Pokemon and a legendary come out from the skies and go into your ancient ball and give us all a vision, I think that's enough.
Yeah, that's good. I'm good. And now, imagine this scene not in an anime, or not even animated, and how ridiculous it would look. All of the Rising Bolt tacklers are literally running after Rayquaza. Looks very amusing. By the way, Taylor, I don't know if you remember this. The Explorers are still here. They cut to the Explorers. I can't believe they didn't die in a Draco meteor shower.
I'm pretty happy about it.
Well, they got to get back and report this to Gibeon.
Screamtail would have been real helpful. So would Garganical. Garganical and Screamtail would have been so helpful in this fight.
Garganical is such a sick name because it's NACL at the end. So good.
That's how I remembered.
Well, then we cut to, I say a big surprise, Lico's parents' house. God, she's rich. Geese Beep.
Dear God, it's me, Lico. That's how she starts the email.
Yeah, her mom's phone starts to ring. Oh, no, it's not a phone call. It's just a very cold email. All of the children send their parents and guardians emails letting them know about their big adventures. And Geese Beep...
They can video chat.
No, it's fine. Geese Beep, did you see little Fido, or as you know him, Puppy Mochi, running up to read the email?
Yeah.
Dear parents, we're going to Laqua now. Grandma's pendant sure was sick. And then her parents run outside to see Rayquaza and the brave Salami flying above them. And Rayquaza. Wow.
It'll be very strange if they don't stop to see them.
We get a very sick instrumental of the intro song, which is fun. Having time of my life. Mom and Pop, when I get back...
Mama.
What?
Mama, Papa.
Mama, Papa, when I get back, I've got so much stuff to tell you. Well, bye.
And
And then we also see Roy's grandpa reading his email. For some reason, Roy's grandpa is very private about this email. He doesn't want his friends on the village to look at it. But Roy's email talks all about, quote unquote, catching shiny Rayquaza. It's cool. And then we see Dot's mom. Have we ever seen Dot's mom, Geese Beep?
Yeah, there was a whole episode.
Okay. I just don't remember her face.
I still don't.
Well, I'm sure she's going to show her letter to Lycanroc because
It's so funny. Lycanroc brings her tissues because she's crying.
Lycanroc is so sick.
Dot's mom's bawling her eyes out because she's so proud of her daughter and how much fun she's having exploring the world and breaking out of her shell.
She's the best Dot her in the whole world.
Got him.
And then we get a sick montage of all the Rising Volt tacklers doing all their favorite jobs: shoveling coal, cooking, baking, emailing, fishing, piloting, and staring into the Laqua abyss. Guys, we made it. We flew straight to Laqua. It was right over here. I can't believe it's not on the map.
Wow.
Yep. Finally. Thank God we did all the stuff that we did.
Yep. They fly under a rainbow. Thank you, Rayquaza, for showing the way. And
I can't believe they just left Area 0.
Yeah, that was quick. That didn't take long. To be continued, Taylor. It's the end of the episode.
Yep.
What a big deal. Before we discuss our feelings on the episode, it is time for Frito's Seminar of the Week. Geese Pete, please take it away.
Today's Pokemon. Thanks, Taylor. Today's Pokemon is Terapagos, a Pokemon still shrouded in mystery. Its appearance changes when it battles. Do you know what form it takes? Is it A, Terastal, B, Terra-type, or C, Crystal?
A, Terastal.
Yes. Hold on, I can't read my handwriting, but I mean, this.
It's contagious.
Yeah, that's interesting how she can't read her handwriting after making fun.
Karma's like a boomerang, Geese.
You got to go to Australia to get it.
Oh, it makes a distinctive shell it bears by crystallizing terrestrial energy. And then we get a really lame animation. It's just Terapagos in his little form deflecting beams from Glamora. It was
It was in the depths of Area 0. It was sick.
Mm-hmm.
He bounced the attack right off his shell.
Was this the only one we've gotten where Captain Pikachu isn't in it?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Normally, no, Captain Pikachu wasn't in the gouging fire one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not been in a lot of them.
He probably hit his, stag.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. They can't. They no more time.
Yeah,
he's busy. He's other project.
Animation budget.
Yeah, the gouging fire one. It was just Entei yelling at the beach, or excuse me, gouging fire, screaming and yelling.
That was me yesterday, just yelling to the beach. Ah!
Oh, even though little girl was not helpful, we helped man in big shirt. What did it have? Like pineapples on
peppers
it?
On
peppers on it.
And when you were in the bathroom, he actually came up to me and he was like, I heard you talking about how you catalog things. Like, are you a biologist? And I was like, oh, no. I'm just a big Tide Pool fan. And he was like,
that's adorable.
Can you, for your record, just let me know what the actual species was? And I was like, oh, it's a ochre sea star. I'm pretty sure. I'm not. You got to Google it, but I think it's an ochre sea star.
Yeah. It is the Bob Ross of sea stars.
Yeah.
No. Mm-hmm. Actually, the last time I went tide pooling, a girl came up to me and was like, hey, can you help me identify this fish? And I don't know what she thought. Like, I had not spoken at this point. I don't know why she thought that I would be capable of identifying a fish. I did identify the fish. I just happened to know that species of fish. Maybe it was because I was wearing a backpack that says, tactical fishing or whatever. that might be it. It was $5 at REI. Anyway...
A backpack that says my other car is identified. I don't know where I'm going with
that. Yeah. Were you slightly leaning forward with your hands behind you?
Probably, honestly.
Did you have a notebook in your hand?
I was using my phone to capture photos to record to my Science Assistant app.
That is exactly why people keep asking you.
Yeah, well, I don't mind it.
All right, well, Taylor, it looks dark out there. You got to get to Polo. How did you feel about this episode? What's your score of the week? This big, exciting conclusion to Rayquaza
it was a very good. It was a very good episode for the battle. It was very. I won't fault this team for not being up to speed with the last team that wasn't up to speed with the other team. Nobody's consistent with how much they emphasize super effective attacks and not very effective attacks. I don't like the whole Area 0 arc because it was just a big battle. And it was the first 5 minutes of the first episode in here were so sick. And I was getting such an exploratory vibe, which is what you should get in an adventure show.
Quick note, they actually didn't explore Area 0. They didn't even get to the actual real Area Zero, which is underneath.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
I mean, you saw it a little bit in the Frito seminar, but they were just on the top levels. They never even actually went down into where the big finale of Scarlet and Violet is.
Well, they'll get that next season because I'm pretty sure that's where Evil Grandpa lives.
Oh, yeah, they have to find Gouging Fire again.
What's your score of the week, Taylor?
Oh, boy. It was a sick episode. I love Rayquaza.
So cool.
So sick.
The music, the battle, so fun.
They didn't evolve.
The Terra Orb.
Mm-hmm.
What a
Terrapagos is so sick. It was a great episode. I loved the episode. I'm probably going to give it like a 9.
9.0?
Yeah, I'll say a 9. Even though it gave me a weird vibe at the end.
No.
Because everybody was just like, no, let's go to Laqua.
We don't have time to waste. There is no time. I'm also giving it a 9. And the only thing I could have asked more for was maybe some more cute moments, more funny moments. But
better
it was
music.
So sick. Everybody get knocked out. The Terra Orb. I don't hold it against them. Crocalor not evolving because it's really not his time to evolve. That would it would make it about him, and that's not what we're doing.
The whole episode was about him achieving.
Taylor, Roy achieved his dreams. It's a 9.0. What an episode! So sick.
Great episode.
Geese Peep, how'd you like the episode?
You can't really be a fan of Pokemon in this entire journey and give this below a 9. Anyway, Geese, what did you think of this battle episode?
Yeah, it's an 8.5.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Oh.
Here's the thing. It was sick. There was sick moments. I did like how Frito treated Dot as an equal partner in the battle strategy. Like, I really liked that part.
That was last week, but continue.
Yep.
No, they were strategizing.
I guess.
Yeah, she was like,
do this thing again.
Oh,
like,
yeah, again, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was cool. I wish there was more like moments that kind of highlighted like the growth the kids have had. I wish they could have like spoken more to like talk about like what they were doing. I think it would have been cool to have like a moment where Liko and Dot were like, "Come on, Roy, like this is what you like want." I don't know. They could have done more to like emphasize the emotion for Roy, but
I mean, Roy's he's the Naruto of the series. Like, he's just very brash and positive nonstop. That's his thing.
I know, but I just I just wish there was more emotion elicited.
I don't think it's time for Roy's crisis yet. I think Roy's crisis and character growth moment is in next season.
Guys, this was a big thrilling conclusion. I don't know if next week is still Rayquaza Rising. That wouldn't make any sense. But if it is, okay. But if not, new season. Very exciting.
It'd be funny if it was Rayquaza falling.
Wait a minute. I think it is still Rayquaza Rising because if we recall a couple weeks ago, Joe Saraby's big update was, here's the next part of Rayquaza Rising.
I think that this is very penultimate kind of vibes to me. A lot of stuff happens. Big climactic battle. Now they have to set the stage for the next series.
It's the Ozymandias of Pokemon Horizons, Rayquaza
Exactly.
That makes
you
no
don't
sense.
know me, Walter.
It's from Breaking Bad.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the actual original poem, Ozymandias.
No, I'm talking about the episode of Breaking Bad, Ozymandias, everybody's favorite penultimate episode.
I mean, none of us are fish identifiers, Geese. We want to know that.
Guys. All right, guys. Well, that concludes our discussion of this Pokemon episode. It was great. Look how high those scores are. Before we move on to the wrap-up, Geese Peep, you were not here when Juan Almost Done sent us a question about favorite quotes. So please give us all the quotes you've collected, every last one.
Well, I don't have really specific ones, but I really liked episode 122 where we talk about the Lincoln lawyer.
You don't have any specific ones, but in episode 122...
I don't have like specific lines.
Wow, what a great quote.
And also, Michael was like trying to figure out what TV series he was thinking of, and I was like, True Detective, and he was like,
I don't sound like that.
Yeah, you do. Also, whatever episode we talk about Megalopolis, and I can't pronounce Megalopolis.
Favorite quote?
Yeah, I mean, you just did.
Perfect.
And then my actual favorite quote is from this episode where Michael says, "Give me a clean hot dog."
This is actually 2025. That's not answering his question. Thank you so much, Juan. Almost Done. I apologize profusely for
Geese's unprofessionalism.
Yeah.
Just embarrassing.
Welcome to the first episode of 2025 with all three of us. Maybe? No, probably not. I don't know. Who keeps track? Look, write in looklistencast@gmail.com. Tell us, is that true? Is it?
Does anybody keep track?
Tell me. It's time to move into the wrap-up. Geese Peep, take it away.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can follow us on Look, Listen, Cast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like and comment so more people see us. Also, thank you to Keith for our artwork. You can find him at twitch.tv/KeithSquared.
Taylor?
Thank you, Professor Ticklebits, for the boilerplate.
And the website. Thank you to those who supported us in the past. They removed support, so thanks for nothing, everybody, but thanks in the past.
Thanks for everything, nobody. No,
Yep.
Thanks for everything, everybody.
Yep. Also, please recommend this podcast to your friends and nephews and nieces and grandmas and grandpas because there's 0 swear words. Sometimes Taylor, much like this episode, says the old JC word, which, you know, in elementary school, you'd get in trouble. So
Just kidding. But he misspells the K with a C.
Please send your questions to looklistencast@gmail.com and we will read them. I'm yawn, or no, that's not a yawn. It's called a hiccup. So, guys, looklistencast@gmail.com. We'll read a question. That'll be fun. I think it's time to say goodbye, Taylor. I'm going to need you to say goodbye once. Geese Peep's going to say it 5 times. I'm going to say it 1 time.
Goodbye.
Yep, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye.
Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company.